Hi guys, in this video I'll be showing you how to set up scan to email on your Ricoh Copier using Google's Gmail outgoing mail server. Uh, Back in June, around the beginning of June 2022, Google has made some big changes to their security side of their outgoing mail server. Without going into detail, they pretty much require you to set up two-step verification on all the accounts. So for those of you who set up scan and email using Gmail in the past, that old-fashioned way will not work anymore. And so I'm going to show you the workaround on how to get it to work again. And let's get started. First and foremost, you need to have your machine, your copier on your network, and you need to know the IP address. So I do have a link on the description here to show you how to assign an IP address on your Ricoh Copier. So I suggest if it's not on your network, then you pause the video, click on the link, and I'll show you how to do that. It's real simple. So your copier has to be on the network. So assuming that you have the IP address of your copier, let's move forward. So open up your tab, browser, Explorer. I'm using Chrome. You could in Firefox, whatever you like, and just type in the IP address of your copier. I'm doing that on mine. So here we are. This is the back end of the machine. You pretty much control the entire machine from here. Here in the top right corner, there's the login tab here. Go ahead and click on that. Username is going to be lowercase admin, and there's no password. Now, if you can't get past this, then you definitely have to reset your admin password. You may require a technician to do that. So assuming that you're in, let's move on. Next thing we're going to do is open up another tab, and we need to get into our Google account. There's two ways to do that. You could either, if you're logged in to Google, um, you just click on the little symbol here on the top right, or just go to your Gmail account and you'll see the symbol here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on that and go to Manage Google Account. Click on Securities. Now you got to make sure that the two-step verification is turned on. If yours is off, turn it on and follow the on-screen steps. It's just going to require you to add your cell phone number. You need to put your cell phone number so it can send a two-step verification code. So get that started. Once you have the two-step verification installed, ready to go, you go to the next step, which is app passwords. Now, anytime you connect a copier to scan email, you need to create a unique password for it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you click here. It's going to ask you to log in. It's going to ask you to do this several times. This is just Google's extra security, making sure it's you. You may also get a message on your phone that you have to click when it says, is this you? You have to say yes to go forward. So once you're here, you're going to go over here, click on select apps, and you're going to click on others. And now name your the copier that you're going to be adding to your list here. So I'm just going to put mine Ricoh. You can call it whatever you want. That way you know in the future. As you can see here, I have Debbie's printer, I got Xerox, I got Konica Minolta copier. All these have set up scan and email, and I just know which one they are. So you just put in your name to remind you of which machine it is. So I'm just going to put Ricoh. Now you click generate, and it's going to generate a code. So you want to copy this because they're only going to show you this once. So what I like to do is I like to come here and open up Notepad, and I just paste it here. In the meantime, you could save it wherever you want, but for now, just, I'm going to save it there because we need to refer to that in just a second. So you click on done, and once it goes away, you're not going to be able to retrieve it again. So hit the back arrow here. Now, what we're going to do is come back over to the copier, and now we're going to go to device management, click on configuration. And we're going to come over here to the network side. We're going to check our DNS servers. That's very important. That's a requirement, I should say, in order for scanning email to work. So click on IPv4. Scroll down to where it says DNS servers. I'm using Google's DNS server. If you know your DNS server, you can add it here. but I like using Google's because it's solid, it's consistent, and it never changes. So uh, Google's has two DNS servers, 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4. I always like to add both of them. Now, if you know your DNS, you can add your third one here. So it's like a third step. So that's good to have. So once you have that, let's go back and just hit OK, but I'm going to hit cancel because mine's already set. You're going to come over here to email and let that open. So now we're going to move forward. You need to put your administrative email here. Sorry, I'm typing too fast here. Okay, now make sure that you have auto specify sender's name on. Very important. This has to be on. Now we come here to SMTP. You're going to put Google's SMTP, which is smtp.gmail.com. Okay, now we're going to put this at 587, and we're going to leave both of these on, user secure connection SSL, and then SMTP authentication. And the SMTP authentication email is going to be your email address, which is the same I had up here, as you remember. And then you're going to do that one more time. You're going to put it down here. And now the password's not going to be your password to your Gmail. That's the way we used to do it in the past. But the new password's going to be the one we generated right here. And that's why I had you copy it, so, or save it in your notepad. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to paste it here. And we're going to paste it. We're going to do it twice. We have to confirm it. And hit OK. So once that's done, you're pretty much almost done here. So got to make sure to hit OK. And that is pretty much it. So now we're going to go to the address book and we're going to add your first address. So we're going to go back here to device management. We're going to go to address book. And you're going to add a user. And we're going to click on email destination here. There's a little delay on mine. It's not letting me do that. There it is. Okay, so now we're going to go to next. And the name, you can put whatever name you want it. If it's your name, you just put your name here. I'm just going to call it test. And the key display is what you want it to read when you walk up to the copier. That way you know who you're scanning to. So most of the time it's the same name. So test email is what I'm going to write. You can write whatever you want. Remember, this is just what it's going to say on the copier when you get there. So make sure that add to frequent is on. It's a little shortcut so you don't have to scroll looking for them. And go to next. Oh, a lot of you are going to find out, you're going to have the situation that this doesn't show up. I've seen that happen on many copiers. What you need to do is you need to click somewhere in this area here, click on it and scroll up or down, whatever it is, and for this to appear. So you guys are gonna see a lot of these that are like disappeared, even though mine shows, but on yours it's gonna disappear. So just make sure to click here and scroll, okay? So now the email is where you want it to be. So I'm just gonna send it to myself. And make sure you click on register as both sender and or destination and a sender. So you want to make sure that's on. Go to next, verify that everything's correct, and you hit OK. So there you go. That's all you need to do. So now let's walk up to the copier and scan away. All right, guys, I'm walking up to my copier so I can send my first scan of email. I'm using one of the newer Ricohs. I'm using a Ricoh IMC 2000. It's one of the newer models, so that your display may look a little different. This is the new look right here, but it all boils down to the same. So make sure you're at your home screen, and make sure you select Scanner Classic. There's two types. You might have a scanner or a Scanner Classic. I like the
classic because it's actually the old-fashioned layout, so where everything is here. Okay, so you're gonna look over here. This is, if you remember, we created a address book called Test Email. So we're going to select that, and you're going to grab any document you want, and you could use the document feeder or on the glass, whichever you prefer. I'm going to use the document feeder, and all you got to do is hit start. So if you look here, it says 100%, but once it takes the first job, it goes to 99. You want to make sure that goes back to 100. That's a good sign. That pretty much says that it already went through, transmitted, and your email is on its way. So hopefully this video helps you. If you have any questions, leave us a comment, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, guys.